Hi there, this is Eric Harrinan from SurefireROI.com, and today we're going to be discussing a few interesting things that we have going here. First is going to be the guaranteed SEO services that you may have heard about, and we're also going to be covering a live case study showing exactly how we're able to get these first page rankings almost immediately, and then I'll be recapping how we did it and kind of what the best practices are if you want to do this yourself. Okay, so our guaranteed SEO services. Everybody is frustrated with SEO. Everybody gets phone calls, emails saying we'll get you on the first page of Google, it'll take you 3 months, right? We've all heard that. No guarantees, by the way. So what we've done now is what we're willing to do is we're willing to rank your video or videos on the first page of Google for multiple search terms, okay? And that's without you having to pay anything to get started. You'll only be paying us once you're on the first page of Google. So if you want to learn more about that, visit SurefireROI.com/guaranteed SEO. And my one disclaimer here is we don't have an outsourcer that can do this for us yet. So you might have to wait, okay? That's the only caveat. There's no kind of anything hidden here. It's all going to be very plain and simple in a few minutes once I go through this. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here is a case study, okay, for ranking on the first page of Google within hours. And before I get into this, I want to mention that this can be done for any type of business, almost any type of business. If you happen to have an online store, if you're specializing in e-commerce or something like that, this will work even better for you than it would for a local business. This is very powerful for a local business, but if you're able to sell globally, you'll see huge potential in this as well. So in this case, I'm going to be doing it for my sister, who is a chiropractor in Calgary, Canada. Okay, and the reason I'm showing this image is because this is what I'm going to use for the thumbnail, and it will appear on Google if we manage to get some videos ranking on the first page, okay? And important terms for this case study, obviously she's a chiropractor and obviously she lives in Calgary. Chiropractor Calgary is the search term that every one of her competitors is going after, and it's her primary search term, okay? Calgary Northwest, the whole city of Calgary is broken out into quadrants, and Calgary Northwest is one of those quadrants, which is, I think, one of the more populated ones. And then Crowfoot is actually the suburb where her business is. Okay, so those terms are important because they're search terms that we're going to be going after and they're very relevant to her business. Okay, so now I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to create some videos for her. I'm going to do some promotion of it. And later today, I'm going to come back with some results. Okay, so I'll see you then. Thanks. Okay, now let's discuss the only thing that matters. Of course, that is results. Okay, return on investment, seeing results. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live to my computer now, and we're going to go check out some Google results. Okay, so just bear with me for a second here. Okay, so here we are. I'm on google.ca, and that's a search engine for Canada if you're not familiar with that. Okay, and I am not signed into my Google account, so we're not going to get any funky kind of results here. So let's start with chiropractor Calgary. So these are typical results you'd see. We don't have any ads here because I'm down in Brazil right now. So this is the 3-pack. Everyone should be in there, striving to be at least. And we don't see any videos on the first page, okay? And that's not too surprising. I just want to go through these general broad results first, and then it'll explain better the process that we're doing here. And again, this is, next result is the Crowfoot, which is the suburb she's in. So here she is, she's in the 3-pack there. And then she's number 5, I think. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. But again, there's no videos on there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our keyword list. And these are all of the search terms that she is on the first page for. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of those because it's going to just get monotonous after a while. But I mentioned that normally Google doesn't like to show chiropractor related terms. This is one thing I've learned in the last 2 hours since I've been doing this. To rank anything with the term chiropractor in there or the broad term Calgary is very difficult. So here she is, neck pain chiropractor Crowfoot. Okay, here's her video, and I want to show you something quick before I go into the other search results. If I click on it, I'm obviously being brought over to YouTube, and you can see it's a live event. Okay, so this is really important. This is one way that I'm able to leverage kind of the algorithms between Google and between YouTube, and by creating these things as a live event. Right now, if you click on it, nothing really happens. It says live in 12 days, so I set it for 12 days out. Okay, so my sister doesn't even know I'm doing this for her yet. So I'm going to show her all these results, and if she's happy with everything that's going on, I'm just going to upload a recorded video. Okay, so you never have to go live. Okay, so I just want to explain the process here, and I'm going to get more into this and how it works a little bit later. But right now, let's just go through some more search results. These are all in Crowfoot again. So here she is again, number 4. And I like how the thumbnail sticks out. It's going to get her lots of clicks, which is important. It's one thing to be on the first page of Google. It's another thing to get clicks. Now, this is what I learned after I tried to rank for all of the chiropractor-related terms, and I realized I wasn't being very successful with it. I looked at more of symptoms. Okay, so back pain relief, back pain treatment, low back pain, neck pain, sciatica, pinched nerve, all of those things. And this is where we really started to see some success. So let's start looking at some of those. And I'm just randomly choosing these off the list here. So she is at the bottom of the first page here. And that was 3 hours ago that I uploaded the event. Okay, so let's look at another one. Neck pain relief, Calgary Northwest. That's a good one. We'll get a few searches every month for sure. And it's funny, normally when I see the 3-packs showing here, I don't expect to see a video on the first page. But in this case, she ranks number 3, so that's cool. And that'll be a good search term for her. Back pain treatment, Crowfoot. And here she is. She has 2 spots here. Okay, so that's always nice. This is a better one here. Sciatica pain relief, Calgary Northwest. Now I don't want to go through all of these for you because I'm sure you're already bored with this, but you're getting the idea, right? So here she is on the first page, number 3. Again, it was uploaded 2 hours ago. And then depending on what she wants to do, we could always promote these videos and really push them up in the rankings. But that's up to her. Sciatica relief, Calgary. She's a little further down on the first page. Let's see if she's on for Calgary now. Nope. How about sciatica pain relief? No. So we're going after the broader terms like Calgary without any kind of geographical stipulator, then we're having a little more difficulty ranking. Herniated disc, big problem. Here we are, the 3-pack again. And here she is towards the bottom of the page. Looks like number 8. And let's just do a couple more. Slip disc relief, Calgary. A little bit broader. And the way I set up these events on YouTube, so here she is. This is cool because she's outranking another video that was uploaded in 2016. Okay, and you can see again, this is just done 2 hours ago. And how about pinched nerve treatment, Calgary? It's another good one. So there we go. So there are a few results. Like I said, I have a list. These are just the ones I found. I will eventually put all this into software that will track all the rankings automatically, so I don't have to go through it manually. But for the purpose of this case study, I just want to show you this. Right now, this list is just over 30 keywords and search terms, and they're all pretty good. There's probably double this amount if I go into the long-term stuff. Like I closed it, but there's there are literally hundreds, if not 1,000 search terms that she could rank for, and this is a few hours work for me, and she has well over 50 first page rankings. So hope you enjoyed this, and by all means get in touch if I can be of assistance. Okay, so what we learned: Google doesn't seem to like putting videos related to professions on the first page. Okay, so the broad search term and the primary search term chiropractor, hardly any videos appeared on the first pages of the results. Okay, so that's good information. I didn't know that when I started this case study. And truth be known, I set up most of my keywords around those. And then when I realized Google wasn't showing videos for those terms, I had to look at what they were showing them for. It was more symptoms related. Okay, same with the general city term Calgary. When I get into Calgary Northwest, which is a better search term for my sister because that's where she is, and Calgary is a pretty big place and people aren't going to drive all over the place, we had a lot more success. And same with the symptoms. Back pain, neck pain, sciatica, all of those did really, really well, especially when I combined them with Crowfoot, which is her suburb. So those are good things to keep in mind when you're choosing your keywords. And at the end of the day, within 6 hours, we have over 50 new page one rankings. Okay, so I did this more for fun and to see what could happen. I had a good idea what the results would be. The fact that it wasn't showing up or they weren't showing videos on the first page of Google for the professions was a little bit of a surprise, but live and learn, so that was pretty cool. So we have over 50 new page one rankings. All of those have a link to the website and a phone number to book an appointment, and all of them have a video thumbnail that sticks out on the first page results. Okay, I want to talk about that for just a sec, because it's so important. Everybody talks about ranking on page one. It doesn't mean anything if someone doesn't click on your ad or your listing, okay? So that thumbnail draws the eye. People know it's a video, and they're more likely to watch a video than they are to read anything, okay? People, generally speaking, are lazy. So videos are really, really popular, and they're very powerful. And I'm going to add to that, your video has to be good, okay? When you're using the method I use here, which is streaming live events, the video has to be at least a minute, but more importantly, you want a call to action video. So people watch your video, you get them to do something. You're not watching a video just to kill time. You want them to book an appointment, to give you a call, to turn themselves into a lead. Okay, so that's really important. And then the key to making all this work, I touched on this a little bit, choosing the right keywords. In this case, we happen to learn that the professions aren't being shown as videos on the first page of Google. So we had to adjust our strategy a little bit and go after more symptoms. And that applies to any kind of business. I'm sure that if I was to do the exact same thing for a dentist, we'd have a hard time ranking for something like Dentist Sacramento. But I can almost guarantee that I could rank well for braces, Sacramento, or teeth whitening. Okay, so if you look at kind of the services they provide rather than the profession itself, I'm sure we're going to see better results. And it's just something to keep in mind when you're doing your keyword research. And along the same lines, if there are any SEO experts out there who are looking at this and saying, oh man, those are long tail search terms, nobody searches for them, that's just not the case. If you're looking at a small business like a chiropractor, a roofer, dentist, the lifetime value of a client is very high, and they won't need tens of thousands of video views every month to turn into a good little revenue stream for leads. Okay, so if each video only gets 50 to 100 views a month, and they're able to convert 10 to 20% of those viewers into a lead, that's a good little revenue stream for a business. Okay, so keep that in mind. The long tail is where it's at. The keyword selection is so important, and you have to get that right. The other thing is I use the YouTube live events, and this is probably the best kept secret that I've seen in SEO for a while. You saw some examples where maybe there was another video on the page, but my new live event outranked it. And that's just because I know that all of these major platforms like Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, they're all promoting live events. Everything's going live. So having known that, I was able to create these live events. I schedule them in the future, okay? So I can see which one of those or which ones of those are already ranking on Google, okay? For the ones that are ranking on Google, like I've shown you in this example, I'm just going to upload a video that my sister's already made so she never has to go live. And then that event will just become a video, okay? And it'll say streamed live on whatever the date was. And then the other ones, the other events that I created that didn't rank for whatever reason, when the time for the live event comes, if I don't upload a video, they just disappear. Okay, so you're not wasting your time on anything that isn't ranking already. So that's really, really important as well. So that gets us back to our guaranteed SEO services. I hope you've enjoyed this case study. If you'd like us to do this for your business, the deal's pretty simple. You just let us know what your business is. If you have a video, perfect. If you don't, we can provide one for you. And then you only pay us once you're ranking on the first page of Google. Okay, and we probably have different levels of commitment on your part, but to get started, it's absolutely free. If we don't produce results, you're not on the hook for anything. So, and same thing, if your video stops ranking for whatever reason, you don't pay us anymore. Okay, so there you go. There it is, surefireroi.com/guaranteed SEO if you'd like to learn more about this service. Thanks so much.